It's one of the worst environmental crises to hit the famous Musinduzi River.
On the 13th of August 2019, a potentially drastic ecological disaster took place at the Willowton Oil factory outside of Piertermaritzburg. The collapse of massive storage tanks of 1.6 million liters of fatty oils and caustic soda flowed into the Buinspruit River and eventually making its way downstream into the Musinduzi and Umgeni rivers, ending up in Inanda Dam.
The Willowton Group was devastated by the impact of the spill in 2019, which was caused by a tank rupture that was totally unexpected.
Most of the fish is dead. I'm told some cows, cackles are also have died.
The company responded swiftly in an open and transparent manner. It employed multiple cleanup companies and respected specialists to manage the containment, the cleanup operation, to identify the root cause.
Ground Truth responded to the spill event principally by having a phone call from Willowton directly to say, please could we come and help investigate and understand the impacts and guide some of the process of rehabilitation and recovery from this massive event.
This is a story of a river that was already under ecological pressure, that experienced an event that had potential to kill all life living in it.
Recognizing that the impact of the spill wasn't isolated in terms of the broader impacts and issues taking place in that catchment.
So since 2010, the median E. coli levels in our rivers and streams around Maritzburg has got 10 times higher. And obviously with E. coli, then that means more nitrates, more phosphates, all those nutrients overloading the system, which then causes eutrophication in Inanda Dam and cause the proliferation of aquatic weeds.
So on the Musinduzi River, with a lot of chronic stresses associated with it, when we have an acute pollution event that causes a fish kill, the fish are already chronically stressed, and the additional acute event ends up having a more severe impact on the system and causing a greater number of fish to die.
So isimo right now kunama projects akhona enzakalayo azama ukulungisa yona imithamo le kuze isimo sethu semfula sibuyele sibe ngcono, because even ofish eMusinduzi la kade bekhona ofish abantu ade bedoba, right now abantu abasakwazi ukudoba because ofish abasekho ngenxa yokuthi indle igcwele phakathi la emanzini ethu.
The plight of this river has been brought into the public domain, and interest has resulted in research in efforts to contribute to the rehabilitation of the ecosystem.
One of the tasks of the project that we did was to move fish from where there was a relatively healthy abundance of fish into the impact zone to try bolster the fish populations that were impacted by the spill.
As a master's student in the project, I am very grateful for the opportunity, and I would like to thank the Willowton Group for funding the project. In the current study, we have translocated yellowfish that were tagged. These were used for mark recapture study to understand population dynamics, persistence of these fishes in impacted sites, and also their use of different niches and recovery going forward.
Although this event has had a severe impact on the health of the river, the concern raised by the community in response to the disaster has had a positive spin-off.
So even though the Willowton oil spill happened mostly in the Buinspruit, it affected Musinduzi River. So the current interventions that are implemented in the Buinspruit may be contributing in improving Buinspruit in the long term, but there needs to be consideration of also increasing those interventions into the Musinduzi River, and that requires Willowton to work with other stakeholders, key stakeholders in the catchment, and adopt an integrated approach that looks at the whole system or the whole catchment, because what they're implementing may be reversed by some of the impacts that are coming from different land uses and different discharges that are happening in the catchment.
So there's ongoing and persistent water quality pollution happening in that system. The problem with that is that whilst we're seeing some recovery of the fish species, this ongoing systemic pollution in the system from not only sewage but other sources is definitely having a negative impact and slowing down the recovery.
Industry can optimize the use of natural resources by reducing the consumption of energy, water, and raw materials. Companies can set up waste management systems to reduce waste and by adopting circularity and recycling. They can take steps to reduce the production of pollutants such as greenhouse gas emissions. Industry can invest in environmentally friendly technologies and research and development to find sustainable ways of producing their products and services. The Willowton Group embraces all of these, with sustainability being at the core of its business strategy. The group has raised awareness within the community from its monthly river cleanups and has taken the initiative of being one of the major businesses in the city to enter into an MOU with the Duzi Umgeni Conservation Trust, or DUCT.
The Duzi Umgeni Conservation Trust contributed a lot, especially post the oil spill, in terms of their water pollution monitoring initiatives done in close collaboration with the Musinduzi municipality, where they were clearing several kilometers of sewer line servitudes and also playing a pivotal role in terms of the reporting of sewer line incidences for quick repair and maintenance.
What no one realized is this event would bring together a community to voice concern in the plight of the river and result in invaluable research that contributes and shapes how we rehabilitate other rivers impacted by similar actions.
5 years later, the group continues to monitor the rehabilitation effort.
When we rehabilitate the river, we always hope for a quick fix of that system. We often hope that we can fix it as quick as we broke it. But a rehabilitation is a process that takes time, a lot of energy and sacrifice to restore a system.
The story of this river is not finished. For it to truly be a success, we need more industries, businesses, and individuals coming together to improve the ecological health of the Buinspruit River.
Rivers in Piertermaritzburg are in a dire state, and there is a lot of institutional mitigation that needs to be put in play so that fauna can thrive and people can derive happiness from these river systems. The Willowton Group has played its part and encourages individuals, institutions, and businesses to join it in its pursuit of improving our environment for current and future generations.
If we all work together, we can see fish swimming in our river once more.